Hey guys, so this is update on Christ, what I'm doing with Christ here. From when I got shot with the laser beam. So Christ has got me moving around 3 times a day, or 2 times a day at least. When I go to sleep in the afternoon after lunch, when I go to sleep at night. As soon as I hit the pillow, he's moving my soul to another location within Christ. From different Christs. Different Christ, different locations. He's moving my soul. Then, that's been happening since got shot with a laser. I haven't got no new information. They're just moving me constantly until they can round up these other guys. I guess the guy, oh yeah, the other night I projected and I got to meet the guy. I got to meet him. And what happened was I was laying there and I was with Christ and I wasn't thinking of meeting him. Next thing I know, I'm looking right at him. I had a couple of little flashes of his stuff. So Christ hooked me up to him. I had a couple flashes of his stuff. So this entity, man, this person, this dead person, he's real and he shot me and I almost died. And I'm listening to this Death by Nightmare radio interview of people, and it's wow, freaking me out, man. Just can't get over it. And what happened was the guy was I just saw him sitting in a cell, basically sitting in a cell, and Christ wanted me to meet him, and the guy said it wasn't nothing intentional. He just reacted. Like, he just reacted in the moment. He got freaked out that I saw his shit, his guns and stuff. He freaked out and shot me. And he said he was sorry. But I don't know. That is, that's whatever. But it's weird when you're doing this. It's really weird. But he ain't telling Christ nothing. And this guy lived in zero. You gotta remember, there's zero, and then there's Christ consciousness, and then there's other groups, okay? So you live in zero, anything goes, okay? When your spirit is in zero, anything goes. When your spirit's in Christ consciousness, you can still get attacked. This is what I learned since the last attack. You're out wandering around, playing, having a good time, okay? For me, anyway, I'm everywhere. Like, it's hard to, there's so much to happen. Little things, I'm trying to put them in order here. So when you're out, like, this is what Christ has got me in right now. He moves me twice a day. And he tied me down, he binded me, he tied my soul down, so I can only dream here. My soul can't wander with the dream. And he did that, and he's been doing that a lot, healing my skins before that. But what happened was, Mom started bitching and screaming and yelling. And last night, or the night before, Christ had to let me go because what did he say? We're following you. We tie ourselves to your soul. So when your soul takes off and goes and dreams, he goes, we couldn't tie you down anymore because you weren't with creation. I wasn't creating with creation. So when your soul is tied down, you can't go and create. Okay? You don't go and create. And that's normal in the spirit world. Your soul is creating your reality. Okay? So when they tie you down, you don't create. Mom started bitching. Christ had to comply. And what they did was they untied my soul. They more or less unbinded me, untied my soul, but they tied themselves to me. Sort of like Christ is walking a dog. Okay? I'm the dog. So when I take off in astral travel, when I fall asleep and take off in astral travel, he's got him and my family all tied so they can watch me everywhere I go, everything I do, and that's what they're doing. So if anything attacks me again, these guys, I guess there's more than just one, and they're paranoid about the other guy's retaliation on me because I got one of them taken away to Christ. And man, I can't get away with even saying a bad word to Christ. I'm with Christ. I say a bad word and he is on me, and I gotta pay for that shit. Stuff like that, right? He's on me, man. You do one thing wrong and Christ is fucking on you, just beating the hell out of you. Not beating the hell out of you, but he's on you. You gotta learn the lesson. Don't do that again. He's yelling. This guy shot me, damn near killed me. He ain't going back to zero, man. He's fucked. He is fucked. You don't do that shit, man. Man. Anyway, that guy's fucked. Christ won't tell me what. Like I said, give me any updates you can give me. But that guy's screwed. He was living at zero, thought he could do whatever the fuck he wanted, shot me. He wasn't expecting, I didn't know my shit. I hooked up to him, Christ grabbed him, that was that. Got the gun, found out more people, more stuff, more weapons. And then, here I am today. So, Christ is out there walking me like a dog, but basically I'm leading. I'm creating in the astral world. The dream was last night when I was out there, I was dreaming, I was at and it was really low, like level 1, I was really low. And if not level 1, below -1. And I'm living with I'm with all these people. And I'm like in this gangland. And I am, oh man, it was crazy. I found a gang, and I was hanging with them. I was hanging out. There was a gang doing operations, and they were bringing illegal people across the border. And they had a secret code to bring these slaves. Now, Christ said, I woke up. Christ said, there are no slaves. And I go, well, this is what I dreamt. So, they had to bring these people across the river, and they were slaves of this mob, or gang, mafia type thing. And I forgot the words were for the code. Something like 20 euros crossing the border at 2:45. And that's what the message was from the people on the other side of the river to us. So we had to be there to receive the people. And I'm screaming, yelling, I'm acting all tough guy, you know. And it was an act. And I was trying to get the attention of the whole gang. You know, saying, I'm here, I'm the man now, sort of thing. Bringing attention to me. And the whole point of that was people wanted to fucking get rid of me. But I was hanging out with this gang. The leaders of this gang wanted to get rid of me because I was mouthing, stirring up shit. They wanted to get rid of me. And, but they wouldn't react, right? They knew, I think they knew that I was there to grab these fucking guys that are these mob bosses in lower astral, and none of them reacted, and I was screaming basically a bunch of bullshit. It was all an act on my part to get these guys to attack me so Christ can grab them because they're bad guys, man. Maybe there's more to it yet. I know this is a recurring dream, so I know more is going to come of it. But anyway, that's a little update. That was last night's dream. That's what I was trying to do in the dream. Crazy. Anyway, from that, I woke up, told Christ about the dream. Now, Christ is walking my soul like a dog, and he's watching every single thing I do. Watching my surroundings, making sure no one's going to fucking shoot me again. Trying to catch these other people. Nothing happened. And my feeling on that is, from these other guys that are out there, is they ain't gonna touch me, because they know I got their buddy taken away by Christ, and Christ grabbed them because of me, and they don't want to be grabbed, so they ain't gonna touch me. But you never know, right? I guess Christ knows a lot more than I don't about this, what's going on, so he ain't telling me, because I don't need to know, because I'll go snooping around and get my shit, getting shit again. Probably shot even worse. But anyway, yeah, crazy stuff, man, so much. It just blows my mind, the 333. That happened, I got shot, and I woke up, I looked at the clock, it was 3:30. Damn, right on, 3:31, I think. So, I'm on this, Tony sends me this radio show interview on YouTube, and they're talking about death by nightmare, and they're talking about, at this one point, at the 33 mark, I should post the video in the description, at the 33 mark, go to 33 mark, and they tell you about everybody dies at night at around 3:30, 3 o'clock, 3:30. And so everybody's freaking about 333. I see 333, 111, 222, 777, 666, right? And 333. So what I feel is this about the 333 is when you go to bed at night, say you go to bed at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So you have your steps. At 3:30, around the 3:30 mark is when you are open the most. You're out of it. You're in dream space, and your soul is open the most, and your soul is out there traveling. Now, other entities, good or bad, could come and talk to you or interact with you at the 3:30 mark, be it. For me, in my life, it's always been the extraterrestrials. They come and they mess with me. At 3:33, I wake up, the fucking UFOs over the house, and they're staring at my face. 3:30. Every time, hundreds of times. Always 3:30. I got blasted last night by a laser, not last night, the other night, at 3:33, roughly. Freaked me out when I heard that. Then I hear these guys talking about people are dying in their sleep by demons and witches and stuff like that at 3:30. Now, it's not all alien related. What I think it is when you go to sleep, that's when you're most open, and you're able, your spirit and your soul are able to communicate with other entities, be it good or bad. That's why all these major events in your life, like me getting shot at 3:30, happen at that time, because you're most out there traveling around, your soul's playing, doing its thing, and extreme interactions and death occur at 3:30. Now, for me, that's the way it is. Now, if you're evil and rotten and you want to intend, like you're a Satanist, and you and the Illuminati, those are all sacred numbers, okay? Those are all sacred numbers. And they're neither good nor bad, but they're sacred. Now, you're a rotten Satanist, which 90% of the world probably, like, not maybe 90, a good percentage of the world is, especially the part that control it, and you are trying to manipulate reality and social society, control society. You're going to do your rituals on all these sacred numbers at these sacred times. 333, 666, 999, 13, all that. And so you premeditate what you want to do, and you do it at the time, 333. Or they use them as codes. 333. So in movies, you'll see 330. You'll see 333 on the wall behind the guy, and the clock in the movie on the wall says 330. And there'll be 100 of them in the movie, but you don't consciously see it, but it's in the background. I look in the background for all this shit. Right? I've been studying it for 20 years, so you see it, and that is them telling their partners out there, this is when the event's going to take place, like 9/11, right? And it was all premeditated. Now, if you see that in the movies, like 9/11, or like a picture of the Twin Towers blowing up in a plane crash, and it says 9/11 on the clock, shit like that. That's all premeditated by the Illuminati, and they're putting it out there for their buddies to know as code. You don't know it, you just think it's a clock. But if you're in the loop and you have to give orders to other people, you put it in the movie. And they see it and they go, okay, stay away from there. So continuously look at the movies. Now, if it's spiritual stuff where the numbers are showing up, when you're driving your car and you look at your clock, it's 333, and then you go to work and it's 444, and then you're driving home at 666, that means you're in alignment with what you're supposed to be doing. I think that's what that means. But if you're intending to do harm, like demons and bad people and Satanists in reality, you use all these numbers to initiate. So you set it up. You premeditated your event and you put it up, and it's going to take place at this time, and it's a sacred number at a time, and it all has to do with, like the drop in the water. Okay? So you meditate on, say, blowing up a building or something, or doing some sacrifice, evil sacrifice, and you're going to do it at this time, 12 days from now or 13 days from now. So you do that, you do it, you set up the universe, and you set up all your demons, you set up all that fucking energy, you set it all up for that time. Then you do the deed at 3:33, and it's like a pebble in the water. You drop the pebble in the water and it makes the rings come out throughout the universe. That's what that's about. That's what it's about. It's just a bunch of lunacy shit, but it's real. The sacred numbers. Now, you could do that. We see it more here on Earth in physical reality because it's a major impact, and it's scary, and it's fucking demons doing this shit. Satan. Okay? Now, Christ does it too on the prime numbers, but you don't see it because it's light and low, right? It's higher, it's lighter, working through us. You can see it, you can find it. If you set yourself up, look for it, you'll find it. The good and the bad, you'll see it happen. So I'm just throwing that out there, that people that want to know about 333 and how it all works. Those are different ways. So they do it in ritualistic. You have interactions in the middle of the night at 3:30 and are major impacts in your life. ETs contacting you or getting shot by laser guys. Watch my past videos if you haven't seen them. So there's a whole bunch of different aspects. Plus their messages put out in the movie industry. Because this whole movie industry is satanic. And they use the movie industry for propaganda, programming, everything. And sending messages to other groupies, other ankle biter gods and shit like that, that this is going to take place at this time. And I'm using 9/11 as an example. There's 100 other ones. But, so, that's been my last couple days. Christ is moving me. Now he's walking me like a dog. I'm not the dog. They're just watching me, so these other guys don't jump me and fucking kill me. And if you do your research and historical records, a buddy on the internet told me, one of my subscribers said, yeah, the ETs have these guns, and whenever they see like a dog or a pet that's going to attack them, they'll shoot this laser or gun at it and kill it. And it just dies. Then no one knows. There's no autopsy, there's no guts or anything. It just dies, And I guess that's true. And here it is on this Death by Nightmare radio show. People are dying in groups of people on a boat in the middle of the ocean. 9 of them. They're all sleeping. They all die. Now that could be chemicals in the air or whatever. But if all that's ruled out from the autopsies and all that, they do the blood analysis, they find out why these group of people died, and there is no reason except their hearts fucking exploded or their brains melted or they just died naturally. There's got to be a reason why. Alright? Don't live in zero. Okay? Don't live in zero. Your odds with Christ are a lot better than living in zero. Trust me. This happened to me while I was with Christ. Okay? Christ was watching me when I got shot with that laser. It damn near killed me. And I'm Christ. I am a Christ in Christ consciousness. Believe it or not. That's what they say. I am that. And they still fucking shoot me. Alright? So, man, it's brutal out there. It's a brutal thing. And the reason I got shot was because I went, God, my inner light, puts me in a position. What I mean by that is, you're walking down the street, and there's a kid running out in front of a cement truck. And you're like, why does this always happen to me? Because you're there to stop it. So God puts me in the astral world to stop it. I don't actually know what the fuck's going on. Here I am playing in a school, looking at this thing hanging in the room, in the hallway. And I start playing with it. This guy comes out, takes it away, and shoots me with it, and I damn near die. Christ catches him. Turns out it's fucking ET technology. And Christ put me there to get this guy busted and his little fucking gang and get these weapons. Because he's going around fucking shooting people in the middle of the night that he don't like. That's why this happened to me. This is the way it is. This is the way the universe works. You're with God. God put you there. You can handle this. I'm putting you here to take care of it. So you take care of it. You run out in the street and save the kid, or God puts your soul in a dream. You think it's a dream, but you're there. You're playing. You think it's a dream. Next thing you know, you're fucking dead. But you don't die. You have a fucking scary moment. But you get the weapons. Look what happened. I busted up a whole gang that had ET technology, and they shot me. One guy shot me. Christ got 2 or more weapons. This is just what I know. Christ got 2 weapons out of that. The guy's in jail, and now they're trying to interrogate him to get the rest of the guys. Okay? I had a song I've been singing for 3 days until Christ took the lyrics of the song, and the song represented this guy, psychological disorder. Okay? It's crazy, but this is how it works. It's all synchronicity and shit. So I just wanted to cover these little things that happened since the last update. I went and saw him. I woke up and I'm sitting right beside him, and then Christ is here with a bunch of other Christs. They're all sitting around and they're having an interaction. I'm just sitting there going, "Wow, that's really him." And I'm awake. I didn't even fall asleep. I just laid down to go to bed, and here's this guy sitting there. I'm like, "Hey, you're the fucker that shot me." And the guy said he was sorry. He didn't mean to shoot me. He just wanted to scare me off or something. I don't know. I really don't know. But what Christ wanted, I think what Christ did that was to take my curiosity away of that guy. By meeting him, he takes my curiosity away. And maybe get more information of me and that guy's interaction. Wow. Crazy stuff. That's basically why I think Christ made me go talk to the guy, because I really didn't want to talk to him, but I was still so curious. But by doing the interaction, that takes the curiosity away and my soul traveling into that shit again. And like I said, maybe get some more information by me and him interacting, talking. And I didn't really talk much, because if I talk, I sort of like merge with that person's energy field. I don't fucking want to know it. Don't really want to care. So this is a little update of since my laser blast in my shoulder blade that damn near killed me. Oh man. And then I have a dream about trying to get people trafficking. I don't know. Christ said, he said that people are free in the spirit world. Well, I'm like, well, why am I dreaming this, right? I think what it was a little psychological play for me not to go there and do that. But I still go. So Christ is always twisting. He's like he's like a psychological trip, man. It's hard to get like normal communication with him. Because everything you do, and there's hundreds of Christs, and I'm with a new one every day. And they all have their own little way. Oof, crazy, drives me nuts. So you just take it, feel it. So Christ says, there are no slaves in the spirit world. And I'm like, why am I down here watching this mobster order 20 people from Europe on the other side of the river? And I know what a river is. It's a timeline. Okay? What it means crossing it, going across the river, going across the ocean. It's just so much I can't really think about it. So much is going on in my life right now. But anyway, this is going on. So I know they got groupies or slaves or groupies like a cult. And they're shipping them to another cult. And these people are just like out there. And I'm trying to bust this up in the dream by making the bosses of these gangsters and shit react. So they'll attack me, do something to me, and Christ can have them. Alright guys, a little update. I got any goo, it's creamy, I put on a dry spot. I had a zit in there, and then I put some creamy on it. Alright, so if you see anything in my beard, I just don't want to make another video because I had a goo hanging on my beard. Alright, later.